Hi everybody, I am Joel and today we are going to talk about The Sun Also Rises. You can see here we have the book written by Ernest Hemingway. Well, Ernest Hemingway served in World War I and he worked in journalism before publishing his history collection. He was renowned for the novels like The Sun Also Rises, A Farewell to Arms for Whom the Bell Tolls and All Man. The books of this author are related to his life, more focused in World War I. Ernest Miller Hemingway was an American writer and journalist, one of the leading novelists and short story writers of the 20th century. His sober style had a great influence in the 20th century fiction, while his adventurous life and his public image left their mark on later generations. Well, this maybe is my favorite book of all time. At any rate, it's definitely on the top of the list and by far my favorite. The Sun Also Rises follows a group of young American and British expatriates as they wander through Europe in the 1920s. This book, as you can see, talks about the World War I. That is the reason because Ernest Hemingway is considered as the first of the principal people that can talk about this war.
And well, here we have a little summary about the book. Well, The Sun Also Rises follows a group of young American and British expatriates as they wander through Europe in the mid-1920s. They are all members of the cynical and disillusioned lost generation who came of age during World War I. Two of the novel's main characters are Lady Braid Ashley and Jake Barnes, typify the lost generation. Jake, the novel's narrator, is a journalist and World War I veteran. During the war, Jake suffered an injury that rendered him impotent. The title obliquely references Jake's injury and what no longer rises because of it. After the war, Jake moved to Paris, where he lives near his friend, the Jewish author Robert Cohn. Jake's former lover, Brett, also lives in Paris. Jake and Brett met and fell in love during the war, and Brett, a volunteer nurse, helped treat Jake's injuries. Although it's not said explicitly, it's implied that they are not together because Jake is impotent, and Brett unwilling to give up sex. When Cohn confesses his romantic interest in Brett to Jake, Jake cautions him against pursuing a relationship with Brett, who is engaged to be married to Mike Campbell, a Scottish war veteran. Both Brett and Cohn eventually leave Paris. Brett sets off for San Sebastian, a small beach town in Spain, and Cohn for the countryside. A few weeks after their departure, the writer Bill Gordon, another of Jake's friends, arrives in Paris. Together, Jake and Bill decide to go to Spain to attend the Fiesta de San Fermín in Pamplona, Spain, to see the running of the bulls and the bullfights. Before they leave, Jake and Bill run into Brett, who has recently returned from Spain, and her fiancé, Mike. Brett and Mike ask to accompany Jake and Bill to Pamplona. In private, Brett reveals to Jake that she spent the last few weeks in Spain with Cohn. After the festival ends, Jake, Mike, and Bill leave Pamplona. After a night in the south of France, Jake decides to return to Spain. He soon receives a telegram from Brett asking for help in Madrid. Jake immediately goes to Madrid, where he learns that Brett sent Romero away for fear of corrupting him. The novel ends unspectacularly, with Jake and Brett talking in a taxi in Madrid. In the final lines of the novel, Brett tells Jake she thinks they could have had a wonderful time together. So, Jake replies, "Yes. Isn't it pretty to think so?" And well, that is the summary of the book.
Talking about the war, it has many very complicated situations, but live a war can cause lost ourselves in the process. So after the war, can forget who we are. The book is about this too. Jake, Brett, and Con try to find themselves about this way. Many situations can affect the reality of them, so the consequences of the war are not being calm. It will affect all the life, all the situations that can affect their personal life. I recommend this book because we could know a little more about the war, and we can know some situations that we can learn about the life. Also, I can't imagine also analyzing the lives can make us go into consciousness with our life. We have to take into account that every decision that we take will have a consequence. This is why I like this book, because we can learn about many situations of life, we can learn about the war, and also we can reflect about the person that we want to be for the rest of our life. Well, I recommend this book, so thank you very much and see you in the next video.